season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. To throw is Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Play fake. Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation here, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting it time and space pays off big time. That winds up going for 41. So a big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe 31.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down at the 27. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And out of bounds right around the 20. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Cousins gives way to Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Cameron Sample collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Sanders' kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to their first turnover of the game, and they make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Cousins to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Cousins now. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You can almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what we see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So only one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. To the air again, Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is... Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Morrissey. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down Vikings. He'll drop to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. This offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back from both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Steps away to his left. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive. Here we go. And they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So that's now 4 completions in a row. Good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper. That'll lead to a second down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. To throw is Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Throwing, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Cousins. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he will have the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 25. First down now with that clock rolling. Cousins to throw. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Cousins. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest from the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. All right, forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this one is right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Buying time to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The first throw in overtime now for Cousins. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and not force some of those incompletions.
Huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards. Cousins choosing to back away from the line and signal for a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Cousins on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be 2nd down. They go play action. Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. A huge play there in overtime. And even 40 yards.
But, partner, look where the ball's being placed now. They're deep in the red zone, which to me, that opens up their options because they can run the field goal kicker out there right now. Or they can decide to run a play and put it into the perfect position he might require in order to make the game-winning kick.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They try again with Cook. It'll go to the end of the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 4. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often.